All right, you read that right. 30.4 pounds in what, 11 weeks? That's like 2.7 something pounds per week. So we're on a 2 to 3 pounds per week weight loss average. I'm on a path to lose 110 pounds. That is the goal. Get down to 155 pounds at my very, very highest, 289. Where I kind of am counting my official day of March 16th this year, 2026, I was 261.2. So the weigh in today is 230.8. We're going to stick that in right here. You can see this graph. And look how crazy this graph is. I mean, I did a 7-day carnivore reset. I kind of got out of control last weekend, not this past weekend, 2 weekends ago. I was out of town. We were traveling. I ate a couple things I shouldn't have, and then I ate a couple more things that I probably shouldn't have. I wasn't too crazy, but I did, kind of get off track a little bit. And when I weighed in that Tuesday morning, because I missed, we were traveling Monday, so I weighed in on Tuesday morning. That's last Tuesday, the 26th. You can see right there, I was 238 pounds. And then did my 7-day carnivore reset. I said, okay, enough. I got to snap into a Slim Jim here. And I did carnivore for 7 days. Today's my last day of carnivore. And I lost 7.9 pounds. So 7.9 pounds in the last 7 days. Now, some of that was a little bit, weight fluctuation, because before that I had gotten down to about 235 point something, and then I went up to 238 over that crazy weekend. So some of that was kind of like, off plan, water weight probably. But no matter how you look at it, it's still a solid 5-pound weight loss, and it's an 8-pound weight loss basically in the last 7-day carnivore reset. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that. And, I'm not sticking to the carnivore diet. I like it. Don't get me wrong. And I love barbecuing. If you're watching my shorts, you've seen me cook several steaks this last week, chicken, scallops. What else did I have? A bunch of good stuff. Ate some hamburger patties from In-N-Out. Did just basic carnivore stuff. But I do like a little bit more flexibility. I've been enjoying a ketogenic diet where I can have a nice salad. I can eat some vegetables. I like squash, and I like asparagus. Probably the main two that I eat. With some salad occasionally, and then also I still stay pretty heavy protein when I do keto. So tomorrow I'll be going back to a ketogenic diet, but I'll still probably be cooking lots of steak and doing my workouts. So anyway, that is where I'm at now. I was scrolling through my phone today. I was looking for some pictures, and so I wanted to show some progress. So I'm going to insert one picture right here. I found this picture. I was just working on my pop-up camper. This is about the time we started my pop-up camper. So I think this is actually in like 2024 or 2023. So it's an older picture. I don't want to give you any delusions that this is in the past 12 weeks. But the first picture here, you'll see, boom, on that's the before. That's probably around my heaviest. That's probably like a 280 to 289, somewhere in that ballpark. And then the picture I just snapped in my office today, that was 230. So then this next picture here, I found another picture of my wife and I at Disneyland. I kindly cropped her out of the picture because she doesn't like me showing her on camera. That's fine with me. That's her prerogative. So this is in Disneyland, and I actually looked up the real date. This was in March of 2024. So this is 2 years ago, and I actually found the scale weight back in March. I was 280. 278, I think it said. So 278, yeah. So I put it right there on the picture, 278, and then today 230. So again, those are a little bit, old as far as like before pictures go, but that shows me at around my heaviest. 280 to 290 was in right in there. It was in the heaviest range. Today's not really an update. This isn't like a milestone day. I'm doing 30, 60, 90, 120 days. I'm not to 90 days yet, but I just found this really interesting, and it's good for me to kind of document some progress and see some improvement, because you can definitely see it obviously in the pictures. So from my heaviest, for sure, it's becoming obvious, and even since March 16th, it's becoming obvious. I think I lost my belt. Went out of town, not this weekend, it was last weekend, again 2 weekends ago, and I had my leather belt I put it in my suitcase. I know I took it up north with me, and I cannot find it anywhere, which pisses me off because that was the belt. I was at the last notch of the belt, like the fat side of the belt. And I was blowing that thing out, almost couldn't wear it. I had to tighten it just to get to the very last notch. And I was 3 notches in. And so that belt was going to be my progress belt. And I don't know what happened to it. I may have left it at the hotel. I kind of hope it pops up sometime. But if it doesn't, what do you do, right? But that belt was actually my progress belt. So, man, I'm going to have to buy a new belt. Anyway, we'll get a new one starting from 230 on down to 150. So, anyway, yeah, so there's lots of good change happening. I feel pretty good. This carnivore reset, I can definitely see less bloating. I can see way more ankles. I get pretty bad edema in my lower legs. I got some circulation issues. They want to do a vein seal where they go in and glue your main vein, your main vein that goes down your leg, and then what happens is your body creates new blood paths, and it helps improve your circulation. But I've also read and talked to a few people who have had it, and they weren't 100% happy with it. So I'm kind of holding off on that. I'm really hoping that everything kind of improves with the diet, the exercise, and the weight loss. And then we'll see. I'll make a decision then. Most of the damage I think that's been done down in my lower legs has already been done. And so I'm just hoping it improves, and I don't need to do that. And if so, I'll do it down the road here. But yeah, so far so good. So we just ended 11 weeks. That was week 11. Today is the beginning of week 12. And very simply, I'm not going to show you it. I'll put it in my short, but go do a lower body workout today. Lower body is going to be Monday and Friday. Wednesday is going to be upper body. And I'll do my last carnivore meal tonight and switch to keto tomorrow, which is basically the same thing with some vegetables. So give me a little more flexibility, some avocado and things. And then, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like you're starting to see a difference, and I'm happy about that. I've got a doctor appointment set in about a month or so. Probably go get some more blood work done and compare. I haven't really checked my ketone levels lately, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, see if I'm back in ketosis or not. I should be, but just haven't checked, so been kind of lazy about that. But we're still on the daily grind and getting it done. So anyway, that is the week 11 update. Hopefully, you can. I mean, unless you're blind, you can see some progress. So I'm happy with those. Come a long way so far since those heaviest pictures, but I definitely still feel like I got a long way to go. 30 pounds in 11 weeks, 2.75 pounds roughly is the average. That is healthy. That is sustainable. That will give me flexibility. So if I can keep on that path, I still got a few more months before I'm going to really be towards where I'm hitting in the goal range. And then I may look at my diet differently. I may switch it up and do something more of a balanced macro, whole food. I'll be focused more on body fat percentage and body composition, trying to really kind of, morph my physique into something that I'm proud of. Because pear shape is not something I've been proud of. I still don't really want to take my shirt off anywhere, I'd like to get to the point where I feel comfortable just whipping it off and saying, check out my packs, whether there's 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, like to see some packs and some abs, and maybe be nice to ever build some pecs, but I just don't know if I have that in my body chemistry. We'll see. I'm going to keep trying. Anyway, I think that's the update to guys. The house is lonely. If you followed the videos, if you didn't watch the videos this weekend, come on, do me a favor. Go watch the videos this weekend. They got really low views. Kind of sucks. So, whatever. But Jake moved. Jake is up in, he's going to be starting UVU in the fall. He's going up there to find a job, work throughout the summer. He's still finishing up a couple online classes here at the college we have here in town. And then he'll be there full time. He's living with my son, Dallin, and my 3 daughters are up there. So he's got lots of support. And, I know he actually had day 1 today. He went to the gym with Dallin. If you've seen Dallin, Dallin is like swole to the max. Dallin is really ripped. And so he's got Jake on his own little transformation here. So Jake's gonna go from a skinny boy to a rip boy here. And I'm excited for that. So they had day one at the gym today. They made some overnight oats last night. They're not doing keto or carnivore. They're doing more of a body for life, balanced macros, protein and a carb, and eating whole foods and all that kind of good stuff. And which is perfect for what they're doing at their age and their time of life and with their body composition. For me, a lot more fat to lose. I want my body to consume its own fat, so I'm doing keto. Anyway, that is that. And I appreciate you guys. For those of you who stick around this long, thank you for watching the whole videos. The watch time helps. Give it a thumbs up, please. I'm asking you. And if you haven't seen some of the old videos, go back and spend some time watching them. I appreciate it. Maybe share it with someone who else is fat, because we're doing this thing, and I'm gonna hit that goal. And I'm here, I'm checking in daily. I'm doing it daily. I'm showing up for me. I'm showing up for you. I'm showing up for my family, for my wife and kids, and for my extended family, and trying to be the best I can be. So I appreciate you guys, and leave a comment down below. This is week 11 check-in. I don't know what week you're on, but let me know where you're at. Check in. How are you doing? How's your diet? How's your exercise? How's your weight loss? How's your health? Because ultimately, together as a community, we're all making progress. We're all focused on making good changes in our life and supporting one another no matter how we're getting there. We don't care what vehicle we're using. We're all going to the same destination, and that's a healthy, better life. Appreciate you. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Dude, out.